students. Today I would like to explain some important features in the genetic disorder. The genetic disorder is broadly classified into two main categories. One is the Mendelian disorder and the second one is called chromosomal disorder. So the Mendelian disorder follows the principle of inheritance as proposed by Gregor Mendel. The alteration of single gene or mutation of a single gene results in Mendelian disorder. This Mendelian disorder follows the same pattern of inheritance as the principle of inheritance as proposed by Gregor Mendel. So in this Mendelian disorder we can see different types, different examples. So one such important example is hemophilia. We can also see some other examples like sickle cell anemia, phenylketonuria, color blindness, cystic fibrosis and many more. So in this hemophilia, a defective gene that is linked to the sex chromosome, X chromosome is also called sex chromosome. Any gene that linked to this X chromosome, that is called sex linked gene. Any gene located on this X chromosome is called sex linked gene, and inheritance pattern of this X gene is called sex linked inheritance. In this hemophilia, a normal gene of hemophilic is referred as a capital H linked to X chromosome. It is a dominant gene. Because of mutation, it creates the hemophilic gene as a recessive, sex-linked recessive gene. Usually, the female is having the chromosomal complement XX. The hemophilic gene is a carrier in female. It does not express us. The normal gene for hemophilic, the capital H that suppresses the small h, usually females does not encounter any such diseases. The females are just a carrier. They were not experienced the disease, the hemophilic disease, but she is a carrier of the disease. If a hemophilic woman marries a man, a normal man is having the sex chromosomal complement as X and another Y chromosome. In the gamete production, one of the gamete which carries this hemophilic gene that unite with the Y chromosome, then we can see the combination, the chromosomal complement in the progeny. One receives one of the gamete from the female receives the X chromosome. She carries the hemophilic recessive gene, and the Y chromosome does not have any hemophilic gene. Hemophilic gene is only X-linked gene. It is not expressed in Y. So in the male birth occurs, in the male progeny, the hemophilic gene which appear in a recessive condition expresses itself. There is no such dominant gene to suppress the hemophilic gene, then it expresses itself. The person becomes hemophilic. So the hemophilia is expressed in the males, usually in sons. In this hemophilic, one of the protein in the cascade of protein that is involved in the clotting of blood is totally lacking. Because of hemophilia, a defective gene, one of the protein which is responsible for the clotting of blood in the cascade of protein. In the blood clotting process, we can see the involvement of different proteins: thrombin, thrombokinase, thromboplastin, prothrombin, antiprothrombin, etc. One of the protein lacking, and that totally disturbs the clotting process of the blood. The blood clotting is, we can't see any clotting of blood in the hemophilic person. So blood clotting gets affected in the hemophilic person. A small or a minor injury or wound that leads to a severe bleeding that leads to death of the person. If the male baby occurs, a male birth occurs, So immediately after parturition, we have to cut the placental connection from mother to the recently or newborn baby. If you cut the placental connection, instead of clotting of the blood in the placenta, the clotting never occurs. A severe bleeding in the placenta that leads to loss of blood in the newborn baby, that leads to death of the male baby. Usually female birth occurs. Female hemophilic is very rare because the male does not survive. Hemophilic males does not survive. In the later stage of viability is very less. So the homozygous XX combination is very rare. Usually it is very rare or totally absent in females. So it is also called hemophilia is also called royal disease because in the pedigree chart of the Victoria Queen, the Elizabeth Queen in England is having this disease, hemophilic disease. So it is also called royal disease. In the England, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಣಿ ಮಂತನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ರಾಜರು ಹುಟ್ಟೋದಿಲ್ವಾ? ರಾಜರು ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾರೆ. ರಾಜರು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಗಂಡು ಮಗು ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬದುಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಡು ಮಗು ಬದುಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಗು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಗು ಬದುಕ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಜೀನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಜೀನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ರೆಸೆಸಿವ್ ಜೀನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಹಿಮೋಫಿಲಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟೆಂಟ್ ಜೀನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಹಿಮೋಫಿಲಿಯಾ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಬೇಬಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ವೈ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್, ಒಂದು ವೈ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಎಗ್ ಹಿಮೋಫಿಲಿಕ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ that contain hemophilic gene, the sons, the male birth gets hemophilic. Male birth occurs, he will be hemophilic, then does not survive because immediately after parturition ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹುಕ್ಕಳ ಬಳ್ಳಿಯನ್ನ ಕತ್ತರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಕತ್ತರಿಸಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಹಿಮೋಫಿಲಿಕ್ ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಹುಕ್ಕಳ ಬಳ್ಳಿಯನ್ನು ಕತ್ತರಿಸಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಆ ಮೇಲ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ that takes immediate death if survives. That is not available in the later stage of life. So that is a hemophilic. It's a sex-linked recessive gene. Sex-linked recessive inheritance. It all follows the Mendelian principle of inheritance. So it is also called the Mendelian disorder. It's a very good example for Mendelian disorder. Let me give another example for you. The sickle cell anemia. In this sickle cell anemia, the RBCs become sickle shape instead of round or spherical. You all know that the RBCs are round or spherical in shape. Usually the normal RBCs are round or spherical in shape. Because of this defective gene, a single autosomal linked recessive gene gets defected. Because of the defective gene, the RBCs become sickle shape. ಕತ್ತಿ ಆಕಾರ, ಖಡ್ಗದ ಆಕಾರದ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸಿಕಲ್ ಶೇಪ್, it is converted into sickle shape in low oxygen condition. In low oxygen condition, the RBC, red blood cells, become sickle shape and unable to carry the oxygen properly, and the body faces the oxygen deficiency. This anemia is called sickle cell anemia. How it happens? Usually the globulin is a beta chain of globulin in the globulin protein of human blood gets affected. The beta chain that contains 7 amino acids, 1, 2, valine, histidine, leucine, thrombin, prothrombin, glutamic acid. 7 amino acids are present in a small protein chain or amino acid chain of beta globulin, beta chain of hemoglobin. So a small mistake made by the DNA that produces the mRNA. The mRNA which carries the message to combine this amino acid, different amino acid to produce the protein chain. One small mismatch. Usually GAG is a codon. GAG is a codon that codes for glutamic acid. To construct this amino acid chain, DNA contains certain messages in the form of nucleotide base pair. So that transmits this message to mRNA, the messenger RNA, you know all these things. If a single codon that codes for valine, an amino acid valine, another codon codes for histone, another codon codes for leucine, in the same way the protein chain, a small polypeptide chain gets created, but a small mistake, that is a small mutation occurs, a sudden genetic change. You know the mutation is a sudden genetic change that occurs in a large sexually reproducing population. Any sudden genetic change that leads to alteration of the phenotypic character or any of the character inside the body. Usually GAG is present. This GAG codon codes for glutamic acid. Glutamic acid. A small mistake, instead of adenine nucleotide, uracil comes. Instead of GAG, in this place GUG is the codon. Instead of A, U comes, that is adenine. Instead of adenine, uracil is the genetic code. A single mismatching of genetic code that result in the coding of valine amino acid. Valine amino acid in place of glutamic acid. In place of glutamic acid, valine amino acid gets inserted with a small mistake, a single spelling mistake in the genetic sequence, in the genetic code. You must remember a human haploid set of chromosomes that contain nearly about 3.2 billion nucleotides. Out of these 3.2 billion nucleotides, a single base pair gets changed, that get mutated. So this, instead of adenine, uracil comes in that place, that alters the whole sequence of amino acid, the whole sequence of polypeptide, resulting in the formation of a different protein. So in this glutamic acid, the valine get inserted, GAG. In place of GAG, GUG comes with a small mistake. As different amino acid gets inserted, the RBC, instead of round or spherical shape, it becomes sickle shape. It becomes sickle shape. In low oxygen condition, the person will experience the anemia. That anemia is called sickle cell anemia. So that is also a single gene defect. A single gene defect. So this single gene defect that follows the Mendelian pattern of inheritance. So it's a good example for Mendelian disorder. So in this phenylketonuria, one more example, the phenylketonuria. Usually in the normal metabolism of our body, phenylalanine is converted into tyrosine. An enzyme is responsible for conversion of phenylalanine into tyrosine. Because of an autosomal recessive gene gets defected, mutated, the enzyme which converts the phenylalanine into tyrosine is lacking. Because of lack of this enzyme, in the normal metabolic pathway, the phenylalanine is not converted into tyrosine. Instead, the phenylalanine accumulates in the body. So the accumulation of phenylalanine in the body, or it forms its derivative, phenylpyruvic acid, the derivative of phenylalanine, or some other derivative. This accumulation of phenylalanine or phenylpyruvic acid and other derivative in the body, if it is transmitted to the brain or the nervous system, the person is mentally retarded. The person is mentally retarded. And we can see the excretion of this phenylpyruvic acid in the urine, because the kidneys have poor absorption capacity of phenylalanine or phenylpyruvic acid. So that is one more example. We can see many more examples. The color blindness is also a very good example. You know the daltonism. A person is unable to identify or differentiate the red and green color. That is also called daltonism or color blindness. So in this case, in this color blindness, a colorblind person, we can see the zigzag type of inheritance. That is, it is also called crisscross inheritance. The inheritance pattern of the color blindness, that is a good example for Mendelian disorder. That is also called crisscross type of inheritance. A colorblind person transmits his colorblind character to his grandson through his daughter. The daughters are carrier. If a normal woman, the gene for normal vision is written as capital C. It is a dominant gene for ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ವಿಷನ್, ಕಣ್ಣು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲರ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಲರ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಯಾವುದು, ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಯಾವುದು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Retina of the eye, the rods and cones are responsible for differentiation of different colors. So these rods and cones which identifies the different colors gets defected because of a defective gene. A defective gene, that is the color blind, small c, color blind character, because of a sex chromosomal recessive disorder. A sex chromosomal recessive disorder. Usually the females having the normal vision, capital C, XX as the chromosomal complement in female, and normal women, the females, normal women. But in male, one of the X chromosome carries the color blind recessive gene, a mutant variety, a mutated gene, a recessive gene, and a normal Y, X and Y chromosome in the male chromosomal complement. When the person is colorblind, normal woman, when a normal woman marries a colorblind person, then she produces two different types of gametes. Both of these two gametes carries the genes for normal vision. Both of these two gametes, but all of the gametes produced by the female carries the genes for normal vision, capital C. But in the colorblind person, heterogametic, produces two different types of gametes. 50% of the sperm that carries X chromosome. This X chromosome carries the genes for recessive genes for color blindness, small c. So colorblind recessive character, and other 50% carries Y chromosome without having any linked genes, in the Y chromosome. Then what happens in the F1 progeny? Any of these two gametes from the female united with the X chromosome carrying sperm, then so one X is donated from this gamete and another X donated from male with colorblind recessive character, XX as the female chromosomal complement. All female birth are carrier. She's a carrier. She contains the characters for colorblind. Because of the dominant capital C, it gets suppressed. It is not expressed. The colorblind character does not express us at all. So that suppresses. All daughters are normal but carrier. If any one of these X chromosome unite with Y chromosome, the X chromosome donates the normal vision dominant character, genes for normal vision, and Y chromosome does not have any gene for the vision, any genes, sex-linked genes. So all sons are normal, all daughters are normal in F1 generation. All daughters are normal but carrier. All sons are normal. So this is parental generation. Gametes in the F1 generation, you can see 50% of the female birth that occurs usually normal but carrier. Other 50% of the sons are normal, but these carrier woman marries a normal man. I'd like to write this one. The normal woman, X chromosome, another X chromosome carries the colorblind character. This is a colorblind character, and in another X chromosome, she marries a normal man. Normal man does not have any any gene for the genes for normal vision, the dominant gene, and Y chromosome does not have any gene for color or the vision. It produces two different types of gametes, the heterogametic. The 50% of the gamete carries the capital C, that is the normal vision. Other 50% of the X chromosome carries colorblind character. Two different types of gametes were produced by the female carrier. But all male produces X chromosome with normal vision and Y chromosome. 50% of the gametes carries Y chromosome. Other 50% of the gametes carries X chromosome with a normal vision, sex-linked normal vision, capital C. In this combination, what happens? If XX combination with normal vision, capital C, you can see the combination as normal females, XX as a normal females. If one of the X chromosome that unite with the Y chromosome, normal males are normal. If the colorblind character carrying X chromosome unite with the Y chromosome, then only possibility of getting colorblind males, XY combination, colorblind male. You can see the colorblind male. So because of XY combination, one of the recessive colorblind character expresses itself because there is no gene to suppress the color blindness. So in this case, we can see the transmission of this color blindness from P1 grandfather to F2 grandson through the F1 daughter. She is a carrier. F1 daughter is a carrier. She carries the colorblind character, but the colorblindness gets suppressed in the females. But it gets expressed in the second period generation. In the F2 generation, it expresses itself. We can see the transmission of character of this colorblind as sex-linked recessive character from P1 grandfather to F2 grandson through the F1 daughter. F1 daughters are carriers. It follows the Mendelian pattern of inheritance, Mendelian principle of inheritance. So it's a very good example for Mendelian disorder. Okay, that's about the Mendelian disorder. What is this chromosomal disorder? What is the meaning of this chromosomal disorder? So as I told, the defect in a single gene and its pattern of inheritance is a single gene inheritance, or it's also called the Mendelian pattern of inheritance. But any defect in the number of chromosome in the chromosomal complement of an individual, that is called the chromosomal disorder. That is a chromosomal disorder. For example, in human beings, 44 autosomes are present. 44 autosomes are present. These 44 autosomes are responsible for expression of all of our body character, our height, our color, the number of eyes, nose, ear, fingers, arms, legs, each and every character in internal character like heart, kidney, brain. So each and every structure, function, and everything is controlled. Autosomal characters are controlled by these 44 autosomes. So it is responsible to express the body character, the somatic character. But along with this, you can see the sex chromosome as XX as a female chromosomal complement, XY as a male chromosomal complement. Totally 46 chromosomes are present in human beings. 46 chromosomes are present in human beings. So in this 46 chromosome, any addition or deletion of single one or more chromosome, that is called aneuploidy. So 46 is the 2n number. It is the 2n number. 2 2n is equal to 46, or we call it as n number 23. 23 chromosomes are in pair. 23 chromosomes are in pair. We call it as 46. So we can see the homologous chromosome. It is a chromosomal pair. We can see the chromosomal pair. One is similar with other. The same set of genes or similar set of genes is present in both of these two chromosomes. These two are homologous chromosome. These two are homologous chromosome. So consider its strength. They are similar homologous chromosome. Such type of homologous chromosomes are present in 23 pairs or 46 chromosome. Any addition or deletion to the set or sets of chromosome, that is called aneuploidy. So we can see 23 pairs or 46 chromosome. If one chromosome is lost in the chromosomal complement, then it becomes 45. So one chromosome gets deleted in the chromosomal complement. So the deletion, or if it is added, so we call it as 2n minus 1, that is 2n minus 1, 45. One chromosome get deleted, or another chromosome get deleted, so 44 only. Another chromosome get deleted. So loss of chromosome, loss or gain of chromosome to the chromosomal set, that is called aneuploidy. If gain, 46 is the 2n number. If one chromosome is added, then it becomes 47. Another chromosome gets added, it becomes 48. Addition of one or more chromosome to the chromosomal complement or diploid set of chromosome, that is also called aneuploidy. Addition or deletion, a loss or gain of chromosome to the chromosomal complement is called aneuploidy. So this aneuploidy is a good example for chromosomal disorder. We can see the aneuploidy or maybe polyploidy. Polyploidy means addition or deletion of a set or sets of chromosomes, that is called polyploidy. In this aneuploidy, we can see different types: the Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, Turner syndrome, etc. So during cell division, or the chromosomal segregation takes place in the cell divisions or life cycle of the cell or cell cycle. We can see the mistake that takes place during chromosomal segregation that leads to aneuploidy. So when cell divides into two, so equally the chromosomes gets distributed to daughter cells. One cell gains an additional number of chromosomes, one may be lost. We can see the aneuploidy. So the lost, that is deleted, the gain added. The chromosome is added to the sets of chromosome or set of chromosome. So this aneuploidy, in the Down syndrome, we can see the 21st trisomy. 21st trisomy, it is an autosomal, an addition of an autosome. In the autosome, usually the chromosomes are in pair, homologous chromosome. In the 21st chromosome, instead of pair of chromosome, one chromosome gets added. The homologous chromosome gets added. It becomes 3 in number. Instead of 2, it becomes 3. Trisomic. We call it as trisomic. So all chromosomes appear in pair, but only the 21st pair is having an additional chromosome, it becomes 3 in number. That is called trisomic. We can see the 21st trisomy, usually 44, instead of 44 autosomes, 45 autosomes are present because of an extra chromosome, extra chromosome, it becomes 45 in number. Usually it occurs in male or female. 45 autosomes plus XX in female, the total number of chromosomes become 47. In male, 45 autosomes plus XY as a male chromosomal complement, it becomes 47 once again. So then, instead of normal 46 chromosome as the diploid chromosomal complement of human being, we can see an extra autosome, that is the 21st trisomy. He carries 47 chromosomes. He carries 47 chromosomes in each and every cell of his body. So this syndrome is called Down syndrome. Because of an additional autosomes, additional chromosome, the person becomes short sutured. We can see the syndrome. Syndrome is a group of symptoms. We can see the group of symptoms in that person. In the Down syndrome, we can see the characteristic feature of short suture. The person becomes short sutured with a small round head, with a flat back of the head, a furrowed tongue, partially opened mouth. Usually the person partially opens his mouth, partially opened mouth, furrowed tongue. Palm is usually broad. Palm is usually broad with palm creases, and the person is physically psychomotor and mentally retarded. So that is the characteristic feature of Down syndrome. In this Klinefelter syndrome, 44 autosomes are normal. 44 autosomes are normal. We can see the 22 pairs of chromosome. The body character, the chromosome which expresses the body characters are normal. We can see the abnormality in the allosome, abnormality in the sex chromosome. Usually XX or XY as the male or female chromosomal complement. In this individual, XXY as the sex chromosomal complement. The total number of chromosomes becomes 47. Because of the presence of a single Y chromosome, the individual becomes male. But because of an extra X chromosome, tendency towards femaleness. We can see the tendency towards femaleness because of an extra X chromosome. The total number of chromosomes becomes 47. Usually, the individual is physically male because of the presence of a Y chromosome. Because of an extra X chromosome, we can see the overall development of masculine character and also development of feminine character. We can see the enlargement of breast, female secondary sexual character can be seen in that person, and also the individuals are sexually sterile. One more sex chromosomal abnormality, sex chromosomal disorder, that is the Turner syndrome, usually seen in females only. 44 autosomes are normal. Instead of XX as a female chromosomal complement, only one X is present. X0, not XO. X0 as a female chromosomal complement. The total number of chromosomes becomes 45. Instead of 46, it becomes 45. Lack of a single X chromosome. Usually, there is no such proper ovarian cycle. We can see the rudimentary ovary in that females. The menstrual cycle is not properly operating. There is no puberty at all. There is no development of secondary sexual character in that individual, and usually sterile. These are characteristic features of Turner's syndrome. Thanks, Anidam.